Hello. Welcome to the Groomer's Cut. I'm Christine Newmeyer Smith, and we are joined with Lori Bellinger and Bellinger. I always do that to you. I don't know why I do that to you.
Okay.
I don't know. My groomer bestie. Um,
Yeah.
but we're brought to you by the Whole Pet Grooming Academy. The Groomer's Cut is a show by the Whole Pet Grooming Academy. And tonight we are going to talk about the holiday rush and how we can take care of our customers and not lose sight of the fact that we don't want to burn out and hurt ourselves during the holidays. We need to take care of ourselves too. So, want to roll with that?
Well, there's so many places that we can start with. The
Yeah.
most important thing is starting with ourselves as groomers. Care of ourselves with not loading us with too many dogs, because we do say no and we feel bad, but at the end of the day, it drains on a successful holiday season. We need to make sure that we plan accordingly when somebody does not.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
And I know for many of us, we're booked out far, far ahead. Hopefully, we're not having too much lag. I can't tell if it's I'm lagging or you are. So hopefully, we aren't talking over each other.
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. But I think that many of us are booked out far in advance. And in some ways, that's really helpful because you're less likely to take on more dogs that you can't fit in. And they're all on regular
Right.
schedules. So they're fairly predictable as to what kind of
Yeah.
condition they're going to be in. Because that's one of the wild
Mhm.
cards that sometimes gets thrown at us at the holidays. You know?
Yeah.
I remember many times working places where we just had extra staff in, just try to get as many dogs done as possible. And there is something kind of fun about the big rush. I don't know. I think so.
Yeah. I mean, the extra help, because sometimes we have the extra help, and just like a bather in hand, which I love bathers. And, this salon, I don't have bathers, but in the holiday, I'll have a bather. I'm like, what is this
Right?
magic,
Like the extra
Um,
help. And it's sort of like, so wait, I'm just doing trims? How neat
yeah.
is that?
And my dress. Oh no, just for
Hi,
ear.
Mindy.
Hello, Mindy. Mindy and I, we have such a good group here. I can't express it enough. The
If
beauty
you want to join us, Mindy, I can send you the link. Hint, hint.
but the beauty of having the help is also appreciating, and and if they're like, "Are you sure I even helped you?" Yeah, you did. I didn't touch a dryer. Golden was completely washed, dried, brushed out, and all I had to do. Yeah, you helped out.
Yeah. Or even
And
if it's
taking
just
the time to
cleaning,
appreciate it.
just the cleaning,
Yeah.
keeping up with the extra cleaning because of the extra staff and the extra dogs. And yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's fun. But then I'm
Yeah.
house call and I don't get a rush. Oh, Mindy's cooking dinner.
Yeah. We'll enjoy.
I'm house call, so I don't get a rush because all of my dogs are on regular schedules. Sometimes we book them a little bit closer to Christmas, but
Yeah.
I don't get the same kind of, people calling me constantly for, that's just not my business.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
think it's fun. I think it's fun. But I also don't have kids with a whole bunch of activities and stuff that they're doing for
Yes.
all of this like holiday season.
Right. Which
Oh,
is
Mindy's
why
talking about the extra dogs. Yeah.
I always circle back to taking care of yourself. So pre-kids me, yes,
Mhm.
everything. Bring them in. If I'm working till late, I'm like, let's get it done. And now let me see, energy wise, I can technically do the energy to take care of my, to keep up with the kids at home. Using that balance, it's just really, it's really important. You see a lot of people who start getting a little like, the dogs are bad. Everyone's just so unhappy. And just take a second and calm. If you're having an unhappy day, that's your problem, not mine. You're working yourself so you don't get that way.
Well, and I think too, as customers come in during the holidays, you have the full range of, "Hey, we're so excited! Happy holidays!" people who are bringing you neat gifts and stuff and cards and
Yeah.
candy, and then you have the other people
Yeah.
who are so stressed out that they come off as very
Yes.
angry,
Yes.
But sometimes we have to think about those angry people are just stressed out,
Yep. Yep.
and how do
Absolutely.
you like to talk to them?
Well, always revert back to policies, right? I use my policy for every biggest thing is these people who are very stressed already, and they're like every time, and I can't stray not even 1 minute. I make sure that ahead of time I can already in and always inform them, okay, your dog will take about 2 hours pickup time, and we will change it if needed be. So we recommend not after grooming, just in case we need more time. And saying it way before then ice, it diffuses everything. So we don't even have any issues because we already took care. Even if the event a client does come in early, oh, we didn't send you a message yet. Sorry. And I feel like it's been
Now, do you do
very
that when
different
you're booking
for
them
every
and when they come in? Both? Yeah?
Yeah. So normally I start in October, and I let them know the spiel with, we try our best, but we're working with live animals, and it gets phone calls will take about 48 hours, which says in the voicemail. Text messages takes about, and know that if we have dogs on the table, we won't see your phone call, and
Yeah.
know that that's okay.
Yep.
That's
Please
okay.
don't keep calling and then panic that no one picks up the phone. Is there anybody there? We're grooming your
Yep.
dogs. We are not picking up the
Yep.
phone right now. It's okay.
Right.
Everything's fine. you know? Yep.
Yeah. And it's made a huge difference from being a groomer. I would say not even 2 years ago, we would take everyone, work ourselves to the bone, and then be exhausted just to do it for a couple more days. And I feel like the dogs can feel rushed, the owners feel rushed, everyone feels rushed. I no longer overbook. I will not overbook and say yes because time, and she didn't feel like booking until today.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And I
it's
think
made a
that
difference.
it's also one of the things I like us all to be aware of, though, even though we're all like fully booked, gosh, there's still just so many people who got their first dog. And if they
Mhm.
don't know that people make grooming appointments for the
Yeah.
holidays. They have no idea. And it's their first
Yes.
dog. And it's like, you know what? For a brand new customer who just got a dog, I kind of want to fit them in. I want to find a way if I can to fit them in so that, okay, yep, holidays are a thing. People get their dogs groomed for the holiday. My sister pulled that on me years ago when she got a dog, and it was like, I can't get him in before Thanksgiving, and it's this Thursday. I'm like, yeah, like they don't get it. But also to have them on a long waiting list. If you are still taking customers, if you're not taking customers, that's different. But if you are still taking customers, I think that's the exception. Can I help you get in?
That's very interesting. I feel the exact opposite. I feel like when
Really?
it comes to it, yeah, which is great.
Yeah.
I feel that if it's a new client, I don't think the dog to be in an environment that's in and out, and during the holiday acquired day to evaluate the dog and see how they are, puppies wise, not a dog to be groomed, but a new pet parent with a new dog. I actually think the opposite because I see where you're coming from, and I completely understand why.
Well, and because I'm the behavior geek, right? That might not
Yeah.
be full services for a brand new dog. So I'm not saying necessarily like, oh, let's get him in and do his first poodle trim, but to
Oh,
say like,
okay.
I
Yes.
want to
Yes.
accommodate your grooming need, your first grooming appointment, if I can.
Uh,
But
yes.
if it
That
is
makes
way too stressful,
sense.
then
Yes.
like, ooh, rough time of year,
Yeah.
But I also
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
want someone who has a 2-month-old puppy, to be waiting, 3 months or something. Like
Yeah.
there's a balance there. And I think that some of our new customers with a new dog, or maybe it's a new dog from rescue, but like, okay, they just got this dog. Maybe for the holidays, they were like, "Hey, we got a dog for the family," which is a bad idea, but it happens. Um, but trying to help them, navigate this whole, your dog needs grooming.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's funny because I wait a few until the holidays is completely over. I just mean like, this will be wide open for you. But
Yeah.
I do separate my grooming. I do 4 30-minute sessions for any new dog.
Yeah.
So that is maybe an old mindset that you just made me realize I could change now that my new dogs are for 30 minutes. Take them in for 30 minutes, see what they can and can't handle and work.
You know? And I think also when we start thinking about how busy the grooming shop is it can just be a lot of people, but dogs not feeling rushed. That sometimes we just have more people, and that can be overwhelming,
Yeah.
but it can also mean
Yep.
that the dogs are getting the same kind of hands-on time without
Yeah.
feeling rushed,
Right.
with a lot more bodies in
Right.
the room. But then, how many people do you have in the room adds some stress. Or it can add some fun. I
Yeah.
remember last Christmas with Dara and you and myself and Faith, and we're all singing Christmas songs and like goofing around, and you know.
Then it was great and country.
Yeah, yeah, listening to
Yeah.
various music, ordering lunch, Um,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I think the holidays are a lot of fun. I think they're a good time.
Yeah.
But also, I don't get too stressed out about it. So, everybody has their own various holiday traditions. And in our family, because there are very few little kids, we get gifts for kids and adults do Yankee swap.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
my shopping is so low. Oh, it is so small. I
Yeah.
don't get stressed about it. I'm not thinking about like hundreds of dollars worth of shopping or anything like that. It's like toys for kids or, gifts for kids and a couple of Yankee swap gifts. Actually, if you're
That.
from another part of the country, a Yankee swap, do we tell them what a Yankee swap is?
Yeah.
Basically, everyone shows up with one gift. And then there are a variety of ways to play the game, but basically, like everybody shows up with one gift, leaves with one gift, and there's just a variety of ways that we play the game. Sometimes it's drawing numbers, but the first person opens a gift, the second person opens a gift and has to trade. Third person opens a gift and has to trade with one of the ones that's open, all the way down the
Yeah.
line until you get to the end, and then number one gets to like trade with everything that's been opened. But
Which
because of that, I
is a lot of
don't
fun.
have a whole lot of shopping I have to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is nice. Family has they like lottery tickets, so I just
Oh,
buy like $50 lottery ticket. Those little scratch tickets.
yeah?
That's it. That's it. And then the kids.
Nice.
So same thing, but we don't have that. We don't have that rush. So in our head, we just think the dogs. We can relax. We don't have. I gotta host everyone. I have 100 people here, and I
Yeah.
do use Amazon a lot, so
Oh, yeah.
that makes me down.
I know. What did we do before that where you could just like sit down on your cell phone and have something shipped to somebody else's house?
It's
Oh,
so nice.
so nice, right?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
and
Now,
I think
I would
I
like.
think sometimes we get really wrapped up in the whole holiday planning and stuff. And like I said, I've always kept the holidays pretty low key. My husband and I usually don't get each other gifts. We do a date. We just do something
Yeah,
special. Um, so I don't do a whole lot of the shopping. Do you do anything for your customers for the holidays?
actually do. I give them all canvases of pictures.
Ooh,
And there's a website which I can't remember, but it's only per like per picture, and it's a nice. It's I would say I think it's like photo, like in a canvas for their pet of their pet, and I
ooh,
like to do clients who have been with me through the years, and then for the other dog to do a paw. a one of those stamps, empty ball, one of those ornaments, and put the
Oh,
hair in.
yeah.
But put their dog's hair in there, or glitter if their dog doesn't have hair. And so that's so that's what I'm doing this year. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes I have baskets and stuff that I like to raffle off for them. You know, raffle is just put it in there because you came in for a grooming, and you can put a raffle in.
Nice.
And I always we have a TV monitor, and their dog's picture of them being groomed that day. I like to have them up so when they're flashing through the photos, so they can see their dogs freshly groomed for the holidays, and they sit there and they're like, "Wow, this is what it's all about, huh?"
Fun.
It's
My house call,
nice.
I have, usually I'll try to get a whole bunch of small toys because I don't have a huge clientele, so I can pay a little bit more, but I know what those dogs all
Yeah,
like
yeah,
because I'm in their house. Like, I know what they like for toys,
right,
and
right.
just bring a whole bunch, like, just everybody gets some sort of a small toy. But, I gotta say, I had one dog that I gave her a small toy. It was like this little bear, and she used to always greet me at the door with her hedgehog, but I gave her a bear, and the next time I came in, she ran over with her hedgehog, turned around, went back to the room, came back with the bear I gave her. How cute is that? I'm like, "Oh, sweetie,
You
Cotton,
know,
you are so cute. Did you get the bear I gave you?"
how's amazing because you have such a different connection, with the clients, stuff that we don't see because you're in there, you're more intimate, which is really nice, and I like that connection with clients. I
Yeah.
think
It takes a long
when
time to get it when you work in a shop, but you do get it, but
yeah,
yeah, it
you do
takes a couple
get
groomings
it,
to get there. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's nice because one of the things I love to do is I like to ask, while their holiday plans, what are you doing? And I like to remember that. And so when I see them next time, how was it, and be more social, and you just see that light up, or you might be like, oh my gosh, it was a disaster. I get a funny story out of it, you know?
So
And
one
it's
of the
great.
things I love about the holidays is I love asking the kids about the holidays, like what they hope to get,
Mhm.
like, "What did you ask for Hanukkah? What are you getting for Christmas? What did
Yeah.
you want? What did you ask for? Is there anything special that you told Santa that maybe your parents don't know about?" You know?
Yeah.
And I mean, I love it. I love it, but then I'm totally into kids. So,
Yeah.
I don't have any,
Yeah.
so I'm not burned out on it. But I think also for a lot of, our pet owners, when we start talking to their kids about, the holidays and, whatever it is they're wearing or what they're hoping for and stuff, I don't know, I think it just makes them feel like, their groomer really cares about them and their family.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, building the connection with customer service, and it's so
Mhm.
important. And because the holidays get so humans, we all have these emotions that's going on. Just take a second to say today, let me know, well, how's your day? Is there anything that I can help with your day? I'm just grooming your dog, but if that means, doing something a little extra for mom is coming over, you haven't seen in 10 years, let's try to do it,
Yeah.
get it, even if it's like an extra bow. Your grandma's favorite color is blue. Absolutely. You know,
Yeah, right?
we'll try to do something like that. And just don't get burnt out. Know your limits. It's a thing so you can enjoy the holidays.
Yeah, yeah. Know
Take
your
and drink
limits.
water.
Yeah, drink water.
Yeah.
And recognize the limits of the people around you too. What you may be really
Yes.
enjoying, if someone else is really stressed out, like what maybe that's another groomer or a brusher bather or your boss or something like, hey, you know what, guys, it's just dog haircuts. This isn't a medical emergency. We're not emergency vets. Like it's dog haircuts, some perspective. Don't stress yourself out over it. Um, and I know people who sometimes the holidays are terribly, terribly rough for a variety of reasons. And well, I'll share a little bit, but my sister finds it really hard. Her husband passed away about 5 years ago. So, you think about, like, for some people, it's very, very hard to get through the holidays. And sometimes just, in our own work environment, just trying to make it more fun, be aware.
And it's it been not overworking them either, which is the biggest thing. And I personally, even comes in, it's the holidays, I'm gonna buy everyone lunch, small little gestures like that, or hey, I have it makes a huge difference for everyone you're working with as well. Taking care of each other and knowing each other's limits, and hey, you need a little extra help, let's get it done.
Yep. Yep. And if someone needs extra time off during the holidays, that's not a sign of weakness. you know, like, it's not a competition. Let people have a little extra time off. And I know that can be hard because, you have like things in the books. And at this point, it probably is too hard. You're probably already booked. But like, things come up in the holidays. And if somebody's like, listen, I don't think I can do like those kind of hours during the holidays, well, we need to honestly kind of talk about that and find out what's reasonable and what's not.
Right.
And then there are a couple people who would do 7 days a week just to make the extra money.
Yeah, and that's okay. And I used to be one of them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm ready.
If there was a midnight shift, I'd have been grooming midnight just to make the extra cash.
Exactly.
Grooming my dogs, la la la.
Yeah. And I mean, I workaholic. Now I have to balance, family and kids, and my whole life revolves around energy now.
I know, right?
Do I have enough of this? Oh, I'm gonna meet Chrissy. Do I have enough energy to meet Chrissy?
I know, right?
Going home, I'm gonna need more energy.
What's left when I get back home to my kids?
Yes,
Is there anything left of me to spare? Like, I'm gonna need a couple hours of reading a book and playing with some toys and talking to my kids. Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to know how some people work with the clients, and you have people call in and you accept them. Do you say we're booked for the whole week? I would like to know people's feedback and what they do, because with us, if I'm fully booked for haircuts and I have the help, I'll add a cuts because I have the help and I know we can add these dogs safely and still treat them they're calm, comfortable, and cooperative, throughout the whole grooming sessions. But things that people do, how do you handle the stress from your salon and the environment? It's nice to know, because things like the difference with you like to add new clients. You're right. That I can see your point. Whereas from before, I'm like, no, you're.
See you in January.
Yeah, not that far. Not that far. But
January 3rd is prime grooming time for you.
Yeah. Mine's not that bad. Mine's like from that holiday day.
Yeah. Well, and so many of us take time off right after Christmas. So for some of us, that's really things to look forward to. It's like, oh, I take that time off right after Christmas. Like, I like to. We have a family tradition of friends coming up for New Year's and staying with us for part of the week. So like take some days off. But I remember for years, right after Christmas was a lull, because so many people that were normally on the regular schedule crammed themselves in at Christmas time. And suddenly it was like, puff. Very little work, and that was our deep clean time. Do you guys do a deep clean in that January? I mean, I know you guys keep it clean anyway. We did too, but that was sort of like the toothbrushes and the scrubbing in the corners kind of deep clean, shining doorknobs, and like you can see your reflection in the windows.
I do the doorknobs every day. I'm crazy.
Yeah, right.
I like to do the deep cleaning right before the new year. I'm such a firm believer that the cleaning with the toothbrush and the toothpick should happen right before the new year. So when the new year, this is fabulous. And this is something that we're trying to do as well. Is well, not trying, we have is that you're going to be so busy, maybe hiring a cleaner, just to come in that week, focus on it, know that it's okay as long as everything is sanitized, kennels, everything's, you'll have a cleaner come in so you can relax, groom, go home, and know that someone for that week that you're going to be very busy. And that's another way to help, not necessarily having more staff dogs in, but hiring someone to help you do some things that you might do so you can focus on your job.
Yeah, even if it's cleaning during the day, during that grooming day when there are so many extra dogs, just to me, like if there's hair on the floor, it should match the dog on the table, or I get stressed. Like, whoa, what is happening? Like, why is there hair over there that doesn't match that dog? Like, and it's really easy to do when you have, like a husky blowout or something, and it's going everywhere, just the idea of like keeping things clean. Also, I think a clean work environment lowers our stress level. Or it does for me anyway. Maybe I'm OCD.
Yeah, well, I'm like half on what we're talking about here, but I personally feel like when there's so much everywhere, I notice that my tools start getting messy, and everything's everywhere. I like to make sure I put everything back. I have the right on my station, so I'm constantly swapping things in and out. Everything's getting UV. Doing it that way takes an extra 30 seconds, and my stress in there. I'm just grooming dogs. Everything's clean. I know exactly where everything is, so an extra help with this dog, it's okay because I know where everything is. I don't have to worry about on the pet.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. And so I have another question because I think that every shop does things a little bit differently. But if you have a brusher bather, how do you guys split tips? Things like that? Do you guys have a policy for that?
So I just split it down in the middle. I don't like to take a percent, so I should get more. I think, just split it. When we work, all three of us, whatever the tips are, because we've all touched everyone's dogs. Split it 4-way if we need to. There are places that I've worked that take everyone's tips and then divide it in the end of the week, which I thought that was odd, but that way. Or if you have someone, they're focusing on if they get their tips. But to me, I like to just split everything. Or cash tips can go in this pile, and we'll buy dinner. So if we'll get food out of it, and give it.
I worked one place. I worked one place where we rotated through the dogs. So no, very rarely was one person grooming that dog every time all year. And a lot of people really tipped just during the holidays. So the policy there was all of the tips in December were pooled. And then, unless those rare occasions where like, I've been grooming this dog year round, that tip is yours, and we would pool them and just, split them up evenly, and everyone thought it was pretty fair,
Yeah, that I did this that I worked at that did it that way too. And I think, because some people really drop quite. You might have never done that dog except for that day, and they do that. And at the end of December, except for exactly what you said, if it's truly your client, you're the only one who grooms that is yours. But we're very fortunate that we don't work. There's no animosity, and tips go to the groomer unless we have a bather in, and just take it. No, you take it. You did more. No.
I know, right?
So I like that. I'm all for that. You take it. No, you take it. You're not gonna.
No. You did more than I did, but you did this part. But you did more. I know.
30
lighting
minutes
each
later,
other.
now we're behind. Yeah.
There's a reason why Lori and I are grooming besties, because we've worked together before and done this routine.
Yeah. You know, and I think your exact words were, "You're not gonna out polite me."
Yeah, sounds like me.
Yeah, totally was. Okay.
But I think that there are a couple of things we can think about too, as far as like drop offs and pickups and stuff, that sometimes it gets way too busy out in our waiting rooms. That how do you handle like pickup times, or do you have any like special procedure for like, hey, listen, if there's already somebody in the room with their dog, can you wait outside? Or
We are lucky that our reception areas is pretty big. So even if there's 3 families waiting, I like to only have one dog out at a time. Check everyone out, everyone paid, and then I'll start bringing, in order dogs. Let them pick up their necktie, their biscuit, and then go on, and then I'll grab the other guy. And
okay,
who's really rushing. My customers like to out polite. Oh, you seem like you're in a rush. You go first. No, you were here. No, you go. And so that sorts itself. So all I do is just sit here, and I'm just like, okay, well, whoever wants to come up to pay,
someone's gonna go. Yeah. Time is ticking. Someone's gonna go.
But I will say is, I know the dogs very, very well, and if I know that there's a dog that use certain precaution with other people, I will make sure I get the attention out first. And I
good.
always explain, okay, I'm gonna get this guy, nervous or XYZ, and because of the open communication problem,
Right. Please don't try to pet Sparky when I bring him back to his mom, okay?
Yeah, exactly. Like sure. This little guy will go after you. So let's just leave him alone. But a lot of the times we're fortunate in this location. We have people, and it's great. I could say last year and this year has truly been just remarkable people that I maybe it's because my policies scared everyone who doesn't. They're all gone, and everyone who likes to follow my policies are there. Who knows? But it's been great. It's really small printed,
Well, I think part of I think part of really good customer service is to be honestly friendly. Like, hey, hi, how are you? All right, Sparky, how are you? What are we doing on him today? Let me tell you what time I think he might be done, but it's a rough estimate, blah, 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 blah. And all the pleasantries, the like, hey, listen, I'm going to connect with you, say hi to you, instead of the, oh my God, we're so busy, I got to get him in, and just even if that's the way you feel, not with customers, like
right.
you might feel that way, but you like, shake it off before you get out there in that waiting room, because we set the tone, we set the mood with our customers.
Right.
And going out there is like, hi, how are you? It's so good to see you. You guys ready for the holidays? Let's get them all cute, whatever it is. Just that whole feel can change an entire waiting room.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Did we lose Lori? Oh no. We did lose Lori. Oh, darn it. I don't think she knows that we lost her. That's all right. So we've been about half an hour. We'll just make it an early show. But I do think that the more we think about just helping everybody be less stressed out about the holidays, don't worry too much about it. Have fun. Try to have fun. Try to keep it light. Keep everything's fair. And just do some cute trims and take good care of yourselves. So again, the show is brought to you by Whole Pet Grooming Academy. And you can find the recordings on YouTube, and you can also find it as The Groomer's Cut as a podcast. So that's up there too. Everybody have a great week.